Okay, so my favorite sites that I looked at during module number 5 were Edutopia, which I liked that it had different sections on it to like how to learn in tech or using technology in the classroom and not overusing technology in the classroom. I think there's a line there that you can cross where you overuse technology and make everything straight to the iPad or using other sources that don't necessarily have to be used and takes away from the kids actually focusing and having interaction, personal interaction with you. So I thought that was nice to have on there. And I thought it would be especially great for new teachers, that they could have the resources there to help them kind of balance that line and to, have suggestions on what things to try for different kids. So I just found that one extremely useful. They were all useful, but that was one of them that stuck out to me. Another one that I liked was QA. I use the IXL part of it at work every day, and the kids seem to enjoy it. Granted, it's not their favorite thing to do on the iPad, but it helps them learn have extra practice at it, I guess. What I've seen teachers do in the past is like kind of go over a review with their math books and then, have them maybe do one page out of their math book by themselves, but then do, like 3 IXLs on it. Their iPads that way that they can see how they're progressing and how they're doing it. I think it eliminates the possibility of kids looking off of each other's papers, because if I remember correctly, it's not necessarily the same questions in the same order every time. And it's something that, they will sit and do. It's less grading for you. It just gives you gives the kids an interactive way to kind of practice their math, and help them get extra practice. And I would think that you could, find extra things. Like if they're struggling with fractions, you can, could find a sign that they do that in addition or something instead of, if they're great at reading, instead of reading for 15 minutes, you could have them do IXLs as a little extra practice there. And the other site that I researched by myself was one that stuck out to me was Read, Write, Think. I liked on there that they had several lesson plans that were already available to you, and a lot of coordinating stuff with reading and writing. And they had, professional development stuff, resources for parents even, resources for teachers, just about anything you can think of on there. So my experience with, or I guess the fee-based sites, they don't bother me so much. If you get several of them, then yes, it adds up. But at the same time, like, there are so many of them that you will pay, $60 a year or something for. And I'm thinking, if you do your research and, use the free trials available and figure out what helps you the most, then the fees aren't going to be that big of an issue because you're going to know it's worth it. I just think the biggest thing is to make sure that it's worth it before you actually purchase it. My experience with QO was, I kind of went over that, I guess, already, that I absolutely think that I could use it as a teacher. I created a couple different things that I could use with my own kids because I thought while I'm creating something on there, I might as well be able to use it for my own kids. So I created some math things for them, and I think the other one was a reading one. So I feel like there's so many things you could do with that website. And trying to think here. The OER, I think, is a great place that, you know, you could use, but I also feel like I would use some of the other sites more. I think that when going into teaching, you are, you know, more or less expected to spend some of your, you know, you're expected to see more time. You need to have the true desire for it and not just be there for a paycheck type of deal. I think that OERs can be useful, but I've also been in a classroom that has used too much technology and has kind of crossed that line. And that not everything should be online. Because kids can get bored and it's not good for us to be on, you know, devices so much. So I feel like there's pluses and minuses to both of it. And I'm not sure how much I would use OER. It just kind of would depend on the kids, I think, that you had in your room at the time, too. So that's my thoughts on that. Thank you.